This is Morten from English. Today, Henrik and I, we took the ferry from a city in Denmark called Kalundborg and took the ferry to a wonderful island called Samsø, which is a relatively small island in between Jutland and Zealand in Denmark. So I'm here with Morten, who is the owner and the CEO, and I would say that you probably do almost everything here, right?
Yeah, I probably do almost everything.
Morten, you took over from your father years ago. Yeah. What type of company are you today?
Today we are all-round printing company and fulfillment company.
Mm. And when you come to an island like this, how many people lives here on the island?
3,800.
So it's a tiny market, but you also export from the island to other parts of Denmark, right?
Yeah, about 90% we export, as we call it.
So no taxes?
No taxes, it's all duty-free.
Fantastic. Morten, one of the reasons why I asked to come to visit you, because you have something that is relatively rare today, the Christensen 74 karat, which is a quite amazing machine. Maybe you would explain a little bit, what type of machine is this?
Yeah, it's a direct imaging machine, and it has Anilux inking system. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the best features of it. It's absolutely the Anilux inking system.
Mm. And it's a B2 format. So basically you have a machine here with a very small footprint.
Yes.
That process the plates directly in the machine. Takes about 15 minutes, you told me.
Yes.
And then basically you feed the paper and then you get a 4+4 job out on the other end, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Mm. It runs about 10,000 sheets an hour, right?
Yes, top speed.
Mm. When you look at, because you have two of them.
Yeah.
Why two, and what is the biggest advantage of this machine? Even though it's a relatively old machine, what is the biggest advantage today?
Yeah, it's a relatively cheap machine. You could get them for almost nothing. It's a direct imaging machine. You don't need a CTP device. We like the machine.
And yet, you also have indigo machines, you have latex printers, you have DTF machines. DTG machines, and you have a lot of machines here. So when you're like the jack of all trades and you can produce almost anything, how important is it to have these kind of machines?
It's still important for the big sheet counts and so on. Yeah.
As I told you on Monday, I am going to present a little bit about an idea about having machines that are maybe not the fastest machine in the market, but are very easy to use and very easy to also maybe for the financing part a little bit different from today. If you look at a machine like this, how well does it fit a printing company like yours?
It fits us perfectly. Exactly, this machine is a cheap machine to buy. Yeah, it ticks all the boxes for us.
If you today should buy a new machine, would that be, I know this is not for sales anymore, but if you could get a brand new 74 karat, would that fit very much into what you would like for a machine?
Maybe not the on-press imaging. That's the Achilles heel of this machine.
Is that because of the speed?
That's primarily because of the speed, yes.
So it is about 15 minutes for processing plates inside it, right?
Yes.
And so that is like a downside, because basically you cannot use the machine for anything else while it's processing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And the speed of it, a lot of people are talking about 15, 16, 18, 20, 22,000 sheets an hour. Why is that not important?
That's not important for us because it's primarily for small sheet counts. It's not for the big.
And if you look at how you use it here at Samsøposten, how many sheets do you typically print in an average job?
I think it's typically around 4,000 or 5,000.
So still too many for using it in digital, but still very valuable to do in offset.
Yes, exactly.
We spoke about that you have, let's say, machines here, two machines. You also have a smaller machine from Presstech, also similar kind of technology. You are a guy that can manage a lot of things yourself. How important is that when you have an old machine?
That's very, very important because Koenig & Bauer is not supporting these machines anymore, and there's only one guy in Europe that can manage the imaging system on these machines. So knowledge is key with these kinds of machines.
And if you again look at it in relation to, I mean, you got them relatively cheap. You found them in the market, which was like a little bit rare. What did it replace?
It replaced an old man Roland 204.
And when you compare those two machines to each other, what was the biggest advantage?
The biggest advantage was that everything is automatic on this machine, and you can easily get up to color here.
You told me that you were at Drupa and you spent some time with Heidelberg because of the Anicolor machine that they had on the booth. Why is this Anicolor and dry offset interesting in your opinion?
It's the same technology as this machine, so it's very interesting that you only need 4 or 5 sheets, then you're up to color.
So it is again fast setup time, very high quality and very little waste. That is like the what you consider as being very important for a company like yours?
Absolutely.